Ho ho ho, YouTube! Thomas L here. Now, in honor of SantaCon, which is like something where Santas will go out and drinking, and it's kind of crazy, people just become like dumb on SantaCon, and yeah. But anyway, that being so, I decided to do a top 10 video of my 10 favorite movie Santas, because of course Christmas is coming up, and you'll be seeing Santas at like malls and all that. And there's been lots of good Santas in movies. It's I'm actually gonna do the live action films instead of animated ones instead, because I've some of the animated Santas are cool too, but the live action Santas I found to be pretty cooler. Because Santa is a pretty decent character to portray on screen, and there's been lots of people who don the red suit and the beard and all. So that being said, here's my 10 favorite movie Santas. All right, coming in at number 10 will actually be kind of a recent one that just came out, and that would be Kurt Russell in this new Netflix movie called The Christmas Chronicles. Kurt Russell as Santa Claus worked perfectly. I mean, I remember when they announced that Kurt Russell was gonna play Santa Claus in this Netflix film. I was like, "Oh, really? Come on! Is this gonna be like when The Rock was the Tooth Fairy and all?" But it worked perfectly. It was directed by the guy who did the movie Angry Birds. He did a good job at directing. This thing has some pretty cool visuals in it. Like the little elves that you see in the film were actually pretty cool too. The two kids in this was also pretty good. And you even had like a little cameo towards the end. I'm not gonna spoil what cameo it was because I don't know how many people still haven't seen Christmas Chronicles, but it was a pretty funny cameo. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Christmas Chronicles yet, I highly recommend it. It's a really good Christmas film worth checking out. And between this and Christmas Calendar, Netflix is becoming Hallmark now. But yeah. Anyway, coming in at number 9 will be David Huddleston for Santa Claus the Movie. Now, this film was released in. What was it released? Yeah, it was released in 1985. I almost forgot it was released then. And I really like David Huddleston as the role of Santa Claus. He even had the great Dudley Moore in this. It's kind of a Christmas classic. It's not like my favorite Christmas movie or anything, but it's a pretty decent Christmas film worth checking out. David Huddleston as the role of Santa Claus worked perfectly. Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely give it a go. It's not great or anything like that, but it's still pretty decent. Coming in at number 8 will be Jim Carrey in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, of course, this is where the Grinch, pretty much becomes Santa Claus in order for him to steal Christmas. And so, in order for him to steal Christmas, he decides to dress up as the big man in red. Jim Carrey playing, like, dressing up as Santa Claus was pretty funny to watch. And I really love his incarnation of the Grinch. I mean, the recent one with Benedict Cumberbatch, the animated one, was good. And the Boris Karloff was good too. But I don't care what anyone says. This is probably my favorite Grinch incarnation. Directed by Ron Howard. Jim Carrey was an amazing Grinch. Such a good film, and yeah, if you guys still haven't seen it, check it out because it's really amazing. And the way Jim Carrey pretty much dresses up as Santa is perfect. Coming in at number 7 would be Ed Asner in Elf. Now, believe it or not, I just got back from seeing Elf on the big screen, and of course, it featured Ed Asner as the role of Santa. Of course, you have Will Ferrell as Buddy the Elf. Peter Dinklage was, of course, in this. I mean, Ed Asner as the role of Santa Claus was perfect casting. I mean, he doesn't have like much of a big part to do as the role of Santa. I mean, he only is the role from beginning towards like the ending. But Ed Asner still plays the role perfectly. I love Ed Asner. He's a legend. Of course, you might know him from like I think the Mary Tyler Moore show he was on, and of course Up. But him as Santa Claus is probably his my favorite role of his as well. I mean, he just played the role perfectly. I really like the dynamic chemistry between him and Buddy the Elf. It worked perfectly, and too bad. Like I said in my Will Ferrell listing, too bad we never got to see a sequel to this. It'll be cool seeing the game back together, but maybe one of these days we'll see a sequel. But all right, coming in at number 6 will be Jim Belushi in Jingle All The Way. Now, this isn't like a big role to say. I mean, this, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is trying to find a Turbo Man for his son during Christmas, and so he runs into like this Santa who ends up being a con man, and con him out from the Turbo Man. Jim Belushi in this is wonderful. I mean, it took me a while to really remember that was Jim Belushi. Sometimes when I see this, I always keep forgetting that's Jim Belushi. Oh, and for all you wrestler fans, Big Show plays Santa Claus here. So for all you wrestling fans, if you want to see Big Show as Santa Claus, you'll probably want to see this film. I mean, I love Jingle All The Way. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger in this. I mean, him doing a Christmas family movie like this was pretty decent. And of course, you had Sinbad. Love Sinbad in this. The late great Phil Hartman. Also, the kid, that a lot of people will say that ruined Star Wars is in this. It's really funny. I mean, I simply love Jingle All The Way. And the scene with the Santa Claus in it is probably my favorite scene in the whole film. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger is, fighting the elves and Santa Claus. I mean, whoever knew that a film with Santa Claus and the Terminator fighting against each other could work perfectly. It worked well here. Yeah, I simply love Jingle All The Way. Coming in at number 5 would be Jeff Gillen for A Christmas Story. Now, of course, this is where where little Ralphie goes to the mall and he acts as Santa for that BB gun, and then he goes, shoot your eye out, kid. Then he pushes little Ralphie in the in like the ball pit. It's Jeff Gillen as that role of Santa Claus. I loved. Of course, A Christmas Story is an instant classic. It's a timeless movie you can watch over and over again around the holidays. It's a perfect Christmas film. And the Jeff Gillen one, like the scene with him as Santa, is probably my favorite scene throughout the whole film. It's actually a memorable scene too. But yeah, check out Christmas Story. It's a classic, and Jeff Gillen is a really Jeff Gillen played Santa Claus perfectly. All right. Coming in at number 4 will be Richard Attenborough in the remake of Miracle on 34th Street. Now, of course, the original's in my list somewhere. But Richard Attenborough in the remake of Miracle on 34th Street, where he plays Santa, was really good. And I'm always on the verge of wondering if the remake is slightly better than the original. But, the remake is pretty decent. You even had Elizabeth Perkins in this. Oh, yeah, Mara Wilson from, aka Matilda. Some pretty good performers, and Richard Attenborough as the role of Santa Claus here. I thought he gave probably one of his best performances as Santa Claus. Of course, maybe next to his role in Jurassic Park, of course. Because Richard Attenborough, he was in a lot of good stuff. Jurassic Park, this. He that guy was a legend. And yeah, him as Santa Claus in the remake of Miracle on 34th Street was a pretty good casting. All right, coming in at number 3 is Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa. I mean, it's in the title. He plays a bad Santa. And you got like the great Tony Cox as, the elf. Such a good casting, by the way. Like Tony Cox as the elf is such a scene stealer. I mean, if they ever announce that they're gonna do like a Bad Santa spin-off with just Tony Cox's elf character named Marcus, I will watch that in a heartbeat. And Billy Bob Thornton, I mean, this guy does stuff that you won't ever catch Santa do. He drinks, he's pretty much a drunk. It's really funny. I simply love Bad Santa. And the sequel is actually pretty good too. I know that's unpopular to say, but I kind of like the sequel. But the first one is kind of a little more funnier. Of course, you had the late great Bernie Mac, and I believe this was John Ritter's last film before he passed away. I love Bad Santa. Billy Bob Thornton is probably his best performance he ever given. Maybe even better than his role in Sling Blade. Most people probably say Sling Blade is his best performance, but to me, it's hands down his best performance is in Bad Santa. And I also love the dialogue that's in this. It's some really funny dialogue, especially the dialogue that goes between him and Tony Cox. Really love that dialogue. Also the kid, the one who plays a kid. I think the actor's name is Brett Kelly. He was also in this. Cloris Leachman was in Bad Santa, but it's Billy Bob Thornton as the role of Santa that is amazing. I mean, this is a Santa, guys. This is a Santa Claus that you won't see, like actually delivering presents. I mean, this is probably a Santa Claus you probably see around SantaCon, to be honest, yeah. But yeah, Billy Bob Thornton is just an amazing Santa. And I gotta say, too bad Bad Santa 2 didn't do so well, because I would love to have seen the part 3. Alright, coming in at number 2 will be Edmund Gwenn in the original Miracle on 34th Street. The original it's an all-time classic. Edward Gwenn as the role of Santa Claus is amazing. I believe he scored an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. If not, he definitely deserves one because he played this role perfectly. And I like how in the beginning they had the Thanksgiving Day parade. That was pretty cool to see how far we came from the Macy's parade. And you even had the late great Natalie Wood as the little girl in this. Miracle on 34th Street. If you guys never seen it, check it out. It's an all time classic, and yeah. Although the remake is still good too, but I guess I'll still say the original is slightly more better. All right, coming in at number 1 for the best movie Santas ever, that is Tim Allen in The Santa Claus. This is actually this movie is the reason why lots of people can't spell Santa Claus right. But I mean, Tim Allen pretty much plays like a working man who accidentally kills Santa Claus. Then he puts on the suit and pretty much becomes Santa and does like Santa's job. It's really funny. It's really heartfelt. Has some pretty good effects in this. Tim Allen as the role of Santa Claus. I mean, when he goes from being just regular Tim Allen to becoming Santa Claus, amazing transformation. This Santa Claus is a real classic Disney film. And it all has to do with Tim Allen as the role of Santa. You also see like the great chemistry between both him and his son as well. That chemistry was pretty good. Judge Reinhold was also in this film as well. You even had Peter Boyle. Oh yeah, David Krumholtz was also in this too. It's a really good, fantastic film. And I gotta say, the second and third one are actually not all half bad either. But the first film is much better. It's really cute, charming. You won't hate yourself for watching or anything. It's a real joy film to watch around the holidays. I mean, I recently just rewatched it again, and it actually still holds up today. It's an amazing film. And I gotta say, I kind of wish they went ahead and did a fourth one because it'll be cool seeing Tim Allen back as the role again. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite movie Santas. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Kurt Russell in The Christmas Chronicles. Number 9, David Huddleston for Santa Claus the Movie. 9, Jim Carrey for The Grinch. 7, Ed Asner in Elf. 6, Jim Belushi for Jingle All The Way. 5, Jeff Gillen for A Christmas Story. 4, Richard Attenborough for Miracle on 34th Street. 3, Billy Bob Thornton for Bad Santa. 2, Ed McGuinn for Miracle on 34th Street. 1, Tim Allen for the Santa Claus. Now, there's a few other ones I could have added. If I went with animation in this, I probably would have added maybe Tom Hanks in Polar Express, or maybe Alec Baldwin in Rise of the Guardians. That's a pretty good one. A few other ones like Patton Oswalt plays Santa Claus in A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Have a few other people who play Santa. Like I said, The Big Show and Jingle All The Way is another pretty good one. But yeah, let me leave it to you guys. Who are your favorite movie Santas? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.